Hi there, this is Anna Dolopo, and I just want to make a quick video talking about Qigong, acupuncture, Chinese medicine, our immune system, and especially anyone dealing with anxiety and stress and some mental health issues that's especially affecting their ability to cope with life right now and work at their best performance and sleep well. Maybe there's some alcohol issues, maybe there's some anger and stress issues. And that's basically what we've been working a lot on here. This is my 21st year in practice. I've been in practice since 1999. My name is Anna Dolopo. The name of my acupuncture practice is Elements in Harmony Acupuncture and Chinese Herbs. And many of you who are getting this are my patients, so you know this. But just in case there are people who are watching that are wondering what exactly that I do, I practice Chinese medicine. The name of my website is elementsinharmonyacupuncture.com. I did a video last week really detailing the powers of Qigong. And the reason why I'm pushing the Qigong, especially for my patients, is because many of my patients are at home working all day. And as you can see from the picture behind me, I have 3 children. One of them is my firstborn, who is 16 years old, and she's been having some stuff going on. I won't get into that, but one thing that I did tell her, which is also something that I'm telling my patients here, is that of course you're feeling this way, the highs and the lows. Number one, because you're 16. Number two, and probably more importantly, you're stuck at home. She does go to the gym and she has a workout routine. Monday she dances, Tuesday she has cycling, Wednesdays she has Rip to the Core, Thursdays she has 2 dance classes, and she does do privates. We all train in a type of martial art called Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. And she plays violin, and she's able to go to orchestra classes. But for the most part, she's at home, except for those 1 or 2 hours a day that she gets to go out. I definitely am the kind of parent that, you know, allows my child to go out and socialize with her friends. But it's still very limited because many parents don't want their kids to go out, or they're limiting their children being able to leave the house. I won't address too much on that right now in this video. I just want to share that Chinese medicine is tremendously effective for health issues regarding anxiety and stress, all types of depressive disorders. Whatever mental health issues you can think of, acupuncture more than likely can help address those. And as well as Chinese herbs, we have Chinese herbal formulas that are very effective for helping people feel calmer. I also want to talk about the acupuncture, the herbs, and the Qigong. I do have my patients come out to the beach once or twice a month to help us breathe more strongly. I just did a video, it's 74 minutes, and it was a presentation. It was the second time I was presenting, but this time on my video. I presented last week for my public health and preventive medicine class for my doctorate on COVID-19 and its health impact on overweight and obese patients. Please do watch it. I'll just share a few key pointers. In that video, we talked about how overweight, obese patients have decreased lung capacity, and also that means that there's an impaired immune system. So please do watch that video. I'm very thorough in that video. Something that I also share in that video is that some of the things that can help patients lose weight is research has found, and I share this in the video as well as the references, acupuncture has been found to decrease body mass index, as well as Qigong can reduce body mass index. Those two also, and herbs have also been found to help with reducing fat and reducing weight. So the research is there. I presented it and I shared those references in that COVID-19 and weight video. I just want to share that here because some of the things that Qigong was found, decreasing body mass index, reducing waist circumference, increasing leg strength, and insulin resistance. And also acupuncture can help reducing weight, reducing waist circumference, and also reducing body mass index, BMI. So those are really important to share. I do share my story. I'm not going to share it here, but that's why I'm so focused on helping people, not just with acupuncture and the herbs, but getting patients to come out once or twice a month at the beach. Will be like, you can be 10, 20 feet apart. We're going to be strengthening our lung capacity, strengthening our ability to breathe, relaxing. It's important to be under the sun. And it's a great, healthy, and safe way to have human interaction. The reason why many people, and my kids came last time, and I actually paid my nanny for my daughter, my 16-year-old, to participate so that she can move her body under the sun, increase her lung capacity, and feel stronger emotionally, physically, and spiritually. This is very, very important. I understand that we're supposed to be locked up in our houses, but that's not. We can legally still be outside. And here in Orange County, the sheriff's department's not going to stop people from doing Qigong at the beach. Far, we're socially distanced. You can. My daughter wore her mask. You can wear your mask. You can totally wear your mask. We're right in front of the ocean. So I just want to recap and let you know what we're working on here in our practice is strengthening everyone's immune system, is getting strong immune system treatments with acupuncture. Quite a few of my patients are on herbs. What am I taking these days? Every day I'm taking a formula like Immune Plus or something like that. I'm also taking my vitamin D, and I'm taking other types of supplements. I rotate my supplements. There's not a day that my kids and my husband and I don't take herbs. We're taking them every day. I treat myself 3 to 5 days a week because this is important. If you know me, I'm here often, like almost every day of the year. At least, if there are 365 days, at least 300 plus days of the year, I am here. I haven't seen patients in a couple of hours. I'm still here. I basically live at my office. I'm around a lot of people. I never closed during COVID. I never closed because I knew people would need stronger immune systems. They would need to relax. And not everyone have very healthy family lives. Not everyone is happy. Not everyone is happy at home. And like I shared in my last video regarding Qigong, I shared how the Orange County Register had published at the end of March that in 1 month of being at home, or 1 month after the first lockdown, that there was an 8,000% increase in suicide hotline calls. So that is one of the most important reasons why I have stayed open, in my humble opinion, and what I have seen. And I've seen quite a few documents where in China, if you are infected with COVID-19, participating or having Chinese medicine is mandated. I've seen that. It was published. It was published here in the U.S. And that's very, very important. And I've seen other acupuncturists permeate that information. In my opinion, and I've been studying Chinese medicine since 1994, in my opinion, there is nothing stronger than Chinese medicine to strengthen a person's immune system. Acupuncture, herbs, Qigong is part of Chinese medicine. You have to be in healthy weight, because the information that I shared in that COVID-19 with obese and overweight patients, a lot of that information will scare you. I've been heavy, and it's important. I have so many patients here who are working at losing weight effectively and safely so that they can be stronger. When we are heavy, and I've been heavy, when we are heavy, then we have an impaired immune system. There's research that shows that when we are heavy, we don't have as very strong lung capacity. There's research that shows that when we are heavy, the research has shown that if you're 60 and under and you're obese, your chances of going into the ICU is extremely high. Your chances of being hospitalized is 3 times higher than everyone else. And your chances of dying is much higher than everyone else. I put all that information in that video, so please watch that video. I'm sharing this in this video to let you know that there's solutions. One of the solutions is acupuncture. One of the solutions is Chinese herbs. One of the solutions is Qigong. And I'm just talking about those three, just right there. It's just once or twice a month that I'm teaching at the beach. And I do this not because I'm qualified, because I am not a Qigong master, but because I've been learning Qigong since early 90s, since 1991. And I know enough to share with people certain moves to help strengthen your lungs, to help strengthen your organ systems, to breathe better, to be out under the sun the way God intended. It is important to strengthen your immune system. It is important to get exercise. It is important to move our bodies and to be out of the house. And socially, you can distance yourself. You can be socially distanced from people, but have human interaction. You need that in your life. That is important. My patients who are sad and depressed and anxious at home, and they find out, oh my gosh, I'm so glad you've stayed open because I'm happy being around me and other people, just being somewhere where we're supposed to get healthier. So I think I've made that pretty straightforward. You can just end the video here, but I want to give you a gift. I do have a happy club, and I'm going to share with you a free message that I got from a video that I watched that one of my students shared. And instead of doing this as a video that was going to be a private video, I thought I would share some of this information as a free Happy Club video, just a token of my own gratitude to all of you who've been so supportive of my practice since I've been licensed since 1999. And I also want to share this for my child who's 16, who's going through some stuff. And maybe she can share it. Angela, maybe you might want to share this with your friends who might be going through some stuff. 16 is such a tough age. And I don't think any one of us got away from being 16 without feeling some kind of emotional stuff. So I'll just make this brief. I did watch a video that one of my students shared. It was a University of Texas commencement address in 2014, and it made such an impact on my mindset. I watched this video maybe at least 5-7 times, and it's by Admiral William H. McRaven. And just to let you know who this gentleman is, he is the 9th, he graduated from University of Texas in 1977. He's the 9th commander of the U.S. Special Operations Command, and he's a Texas Excess Life member and distinguished alumnus of University of Texas. Again, the first half of this video was all I really wanted to share, but I did prepare this for a different video, but I want to share this here as free information. This was my interpretation of his video. His video is 19 minutes. I'm just going to give you a synopsis that for those of you in my Happy Club and those of you in my successfulacupuncturist.com, you'll be watching this video. I hope that you really get a lot out of this, and I'm interpreting this for lay people, not necessarily for my acupuncturist students. So he talked about making your bed every day, and here I'm especially talking to my kids and to everyone, and my synopsis of that one little message is how you do anything is how you do everything. And just doing the little things gives you, especially the first thing in the morning, just doing the little things enables you to have the confidence that you can do big things during the rest of the day. If you can't do that one little thing, you may let everything else slide by. Zig Ziglar in the book, See You at the Top, there's a, I believe it was in his book where he talked about, it was Brian Tracy, and that in one of his chapters of his book, it's called Eat the Frog or something like that. You want to get the hard stuff done first. And if fixing the bed is a hard thing, then it's okay, just fix it. The reason why this video made such an impact on me is because I was raised by a sailor. My dad served 20 years in the Navy. My father-in-law served 20 plus years in the Navy. And my husband's grandfather was the first registered Filipino in the U.S. Navy. He was the first Filipino to be registered as a Filipino sailor in the U.S. Navy. I hope I said that right. And my niece's husband also is in the U.S. Navy. So this gentleman being a naval admiral, a lot of the stuff that he mentioned was really touched me. Little things. I was raised by a military man, and so little things like making your bed as perfectly as you can give you the confidence to do other things for the rest of the day with doing it right. How you do anything is how you do everything. The second thing that the Admiral said was, you will need help. Friends, colleagues, a mentor. I have a mentor, people to help you. I have some patients here, and this is especially for my patients, this video. I have some patients here who have a hard time asking for help. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Don't be afraid. A lot of times people, think they don't want to bother me. I'm here. I'm here to be bothered. I want you. One of my patients texted me last week, and she said, thank you for always being available. A lot of my patients schedule directly online, but she texts me anytime. And anytime I don't want to talk on my phone is off. So I tell people, just text anytime. I'm here to serve you. And I learned a long time ago to ask for help. That's one thing that I think is the reason why people are suffering emotionally, is they're afraid to ask for help. But those who see my Instagram posts on, helping people with the immune system, helping people with mental health issues, helping people with physical health issues, they're seeing, wow, there's someone that's willing to help. That's what the whole purpose of all the advertisements are that I'm pushing out for my practice, Elements in Harmony Acupuncture, is because I want people to know that we can help. Acupuncturists can help. I have a lot of fertility patients. A couple of my patients just gave birth this week. These are women that asked for help. I have a gentleman right now, he found me on Instagram, and he said, can you really help me with anxiety and depression? Because I'm seeing your posts. I said, yes, I can. And he started. And that's the whole thing. I want people to know that you can ask for help. And sometimes asking our family or friends may not be the easiest thing. So reach out for professional help. So that's the second thing that the Admiral talked about. The third one was, we want to respect everyone. And he specifically said, measure people by the size of their heart. Measure people by what they do for you. Measure people by the size of their heart, not just by how they look. Or don't judge a cover. Don't judge a book by its cover. Respect everyone. He talked about whether, no matter your gender, your ethnicity, your religious practice, your sexual orientation, your social status, any of that, your job is to understand that we're all, it's equal. That we're all on level playing field. As a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu practitioner, one thing that many people who practice Jiu-Jitsu know, that the mat doesn't lie, and it's equal playing ground. And it doesn't matter if you're big, if you're small, if you're young or you're old. Your time on the mat will show on how much you practice will show when you compete. Every time you roll with someone. So my point with that, so I don't lose anyone, is that everyone's equal. Treat everyone as equal. Respect everyone. And sometimes that's very hard to do, especially these days during the holidays. Minus COVID, it's hard for people to get along with their family members. And if you can just practice speaking with people with reverence. One of my patients, she's doing really well with her husband right now. But a few months ago, they were close to divorce. Very, very close to divorce. And I gave her just a little bit of advice, because I've been married for 18 years. I said, speak with each other with reverence and see what happens. Just try that for 60 days. Talk to each other with reverence. And guess what? She went home and she told him that. And they're still married. And they've gotten so much better since then. She said that one little word, speak with each other with reverence. Not just with respect, but with reverence. The fourth concept that the Admiral talked about was, no matter how well you are prepared, no matter how well you perform, some people may still see your efforts as effortless. So basically, there might be times, and again, this is for my Happy Club people, there may be times where no matter what you do in life, it's just not enough. And he says, just get over it and just keep moving forward. It does not matter if people agree with you or don't agree with you. You know, you may work on a piece of art, a poem, painting, a sculpture, or your theatrical performance. I'm talking about, arts or music. You might write a piece of music and people may not like it. And it doesn't matter what people like or don't like. You do it for yourself. So he wrote, his notes were, life is not fair, and you will find that life is not fair often, but just keep going. In 1993, when I made the decision to study Chinese medicine, it had been lingering in my head for a year until I finally made that move in 1994. And there were so many people that I thought would support me, and they didn't. And everyone was turning left, and I turned right. And I didn't know that was going to be the right thing, but I knew that was the only thing I could do because that's what I wanted to do. I had to follow what I wanted. And now, if you go to elementsandharmonyacupuncture.com, you'll see that a lot of people have given me chances and chances and chances professionally since 1999. And I have had the complete privilege to help. Literally, I have thousands of people. I have thousands of people in my database, and I'm so grateful. And now I'm helping acupuncturists with successfulacupuncturist.com. That's my business. That's my other side business. I'm helping people achieve bigger dreams, but it all started with what? One little dream. And no, not very many people, less than a handful, if not one or two, if that, stood by my side, stood on my corner. And there are going to be times, and I'm going to say this to Angela and to my Happy Club members and to my students and to all of my patients, there are going to be times when people just don't support you, but you just keep moving forward. This world does not, you don't need this world's approval. You don't need this world's approval. If I listened to people many, many years ago, in 1994 is when I publicized it, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't have helped thousands of people. And in my database, there are several thousand, but I didn't use the website from 1999 to 2006. So that's 7 years, and I worked in other people's clinics. Other people, in my writing is in other people's files in their clinics. And when I was an intern. And so I've helped thousands of people, just like many of my colleagues who've been in practice for 20, 30 plus years. We're here to help. But I can tell you for myself, I had huge obstacles in front of me, huge. And I did not feel supported, and I wanted to quit so many times. And I did feel that, in many times I felt like I was prepared, and many times I felt like I performed really well. And there were many times when people just did not give me their approval. But somehow I just kept moving forward. So whatever your dream is, just keep moving forward. Some of you have shared with me this week that your doctors didn't approve of certain things or told you that something wasn't possible, but you still have that dream. Well, I'm always going to support you, and I'm also going to honor what your doctor said. So, there's that happy medium for me, like trying to help you stay afloat. But whatever it is, whether it's to have a baby or know you can heal, you have to believe that you can. You have to believe that you can. That's one thing that I do like people to know is I'm always going to tell you you can, but you have to work towards it. Things in life may break you down so hard that you want to quit. Face these challenges. This is what the Admiral says for number 5. Face these challenges. Overcome your fears. Going through with grit will make you stronger. And he talks about taking some risks. So in that 5th concept, he really, translating. I'm loosely translating his speech. His speech was specifically for graduates. I'm sharing it especially for my patients. There are going to be times, and I've had a conversation with one of my patients this week where she's really, really angry with her husband, her ex. And you can tell that her spirit was broken, and she's still having health issues from it. Resentment eats away at us, and there may have been miscarriages. There may have been a health crisis. There may have been a time when you were hospitalized. There may have been, again, something that your doctor told you that you can't achieve, or people around you are not supportive, and you feel like you're suffering physically, emotionally, spiritually. His message is, no matter how much it feels like life is breaking you down, you just face these challenges. One of my mentor told me a long time ago when I was going through a legal issue, and it just got to a point where I can tell it was really testing him, and he just had to get through to me. And he said, this is when you have to be strong. And there was no getting around it. There was no getting around it. I had to be strong. I just had to. And so this is a tough time for people. COVID, this pandemic is a tough time for people. And this is when you have to be strong. So that's why I'm sharing this. I want you to know that you can be strong. The sixth concept is try new ways of accomplishing things. When people turn left, you might want to turn right. Just because everyone's doing things one way doesn't mean that you have to do it that same way. Just because everyone's wearing this doesn't mean that you have to wear that. I'm so excited. I just created my own merch. I'm using a particular website, and I finally have merch for sale. So if you go to Elements in Harmony, acupuncture.com, and I just want to make sure that I / merch, MERCH. And then also for my Successful Acupuncturist students, if you go to successfulacupuncturist.com and you hover over book, and you'll see merchandise. So it'd be successfulacupuncturist.com / merchandise. So I'm excited because I'm finally, after 2+ decades, I have my own everything. And I just bought some things. And now I just feel like, you know what? I'm finally doing my own thing. That took me a long time to be able to say that. I'm buying my own logo. I have my own 2 logos, but I'm buying things that represent me. So what do you have that you can show the world? This is what I do. I'm not going to wear what everyone else is wearing. I'm not going to do what everyone else is doing. I'm going to turn left when everyone else is turning right. Or I'm going to go forward instead of going backwards. You get my point? Try new things. Do new things. And you'll really feel happy that you're doing new things. Don't conform. I say that to my kids. Don't conform and see what happens. Don't conform. I didn't conform. Studying Chinese medicine, I completely did not conform. I didn't become a nurse. I didn't become a teacher. I didn't become a Western medical doctor. I didn't become a pharmacist. I didn't become a lawyer. Those are the things that I thought I was going to do. Something realistic. Something that made sense. But this was my calling. And I'm doing a lot of writing these days on my personal thing. And I do hope to share my story. But that was one thing that my husband has really been encouraging me to do, is to share my story. And so, for example, very few people know this, but at least 5 times I've been propositioned for sex, doing acupuncture and massage. And that's I'll spare you the story right now. But do you know what that does to someone's emotional quotient? It really brought me down for a while, and it really made me question my value. And that's part of my story. And it's one of those things where I had to work through it. I had to really dig deep inside and say, why am I studying Chinese medicine? Why am I practicing Chinese medicine? Why am I doing this when I'm not making any money the first 7 years? If you would have told me from 1999 to 2006 that I would have a website later on called successfulacupuncturist.com, or I'd be helping so many patients achieve their dreams to become parents, become pain-free, become happier, lose weight, stuff like that, I would have said, I don't know. I don't think that will ever happen to me because I'm suffering so much right now. That's what I went through in the beginning. But these principles that the Admiral McRaven shared, these are things that I know that I personally practiced. Otherwise, I wouldn't have made it 21 years as an acupuncturist, and I wouldn't be helping so many acupuncturists also right now. He talked about number 7 in face your bullies. Sometimes you just can't back down. Sometimes it's not right to back down. you pick your battles. And sometimes it's very important to just walk away, but sometimes it's very important to honor yourself and set your boundaries. And you can set your boundaries and just walk the other way. And sometimes it may be appropriate to stand up for yourself. You can do it nicely, you can do it with compassion, but if it's going to eat away at you, you might want to just say exactly how you feel with compassion, and you don't have to be mean about it, but you want to honor yourself. And that was the seventh thing he shared, which was face your bullies. You know, practicing Chinese medicine in the beginning and studying Chinese medicine in the 90s and practicing in the early 2000s from 99, oh, you bet I had some bullies. I had people say things, friends, and family and strangers say some mean things to me. Now, no one's going to say it to me. And even if they do, I'd be like, all right, sorry, because I've accomplished so much as an acupuncturist. But when I was building myself and I was trying to convince everyone that I was good to fix their neck or help their lower back pain or with their Crohn's disease, and hardly anyone gave me the chance. It was this was marketing when there was no online marketing. I was having to sell myself via print and going out, and cold calling and, going door to door and bringing my table and going to people's homes and making money only to put money back into my car. And there were a lot. The first 7 years was tough. It was very tough. And for people to also be very condescending to me, oh yeah, I faced a lot of adversity in the beginning. And even now, it's nothing to me now. I have no problem standing up for myself now. And it's easy. It's easy now. I can just show people my website and my elementsinharmonyacupuncture.com website and my successfulacupuncturist.com website. I can show them, hey, these are the results. And I have a repeatable process where other doctors are accomplishing them. So now I have a lot more confidence. But in the beginning, from 1999 to 2006, when I barely made a profit and I had to work another 1 or 2 jobs just to make ends meet, it was tough. And getting the bullies in my face to tell me exactly how they felt about my profession, to tell me exactly how they felt about my work and my choices in life. Yeah, it was tough. So I had to apply definitely those first 7 things of not conforming and not listening to people and going through with my decision. Character is following through with the decision long after the emotion, the excitement of the emotion has passed. You have to keep going through with your decision. If that is your true calling, whatever it is that you want to do, whatever you decided to do, it's a lot easier to make that decision than to follow through with it. And so if your decision is to heal, for example, if your decision is to lose weight, which I lost 40 pounds before kids, 60 pounds with my first kid in 2004, 45 pounds with my second kid in 2010, and now losing my weight again with my third when I had him at 43 years old, and I'm turning 47 next month. Yeah, I know what it's like to be called fat. I know what it's called to be called. I know how it feels to be called tabachoy, which is worse than fat. It's in Tagalog, and it's horrible, because it's like gorda. It's painful. When you make a decision, it's an everyday thing to do what's right, to keep exercising, to keep doing the Qigong. I taught, I think, 11 Qigong classes on Facebook during the first lockdown until the beaches were open, because I want my patients to know that you can exercise, and that might be the gateway exercise until you actually start running and walking. And I talk about Nordic walking in my COVID-19 and obese video. So just keep with your decisions and keep working at it, because you may not get the results in 1 week or 1 month or even 6 months, but the more you do it, it becomes a pattern, it becomes a habit, it becomes a new neural pathway, and it becomes natural for you to read the right books, natural for you to listen to right audios, natural to get some mentorship, natural to do the exercise, natural to do some writing, to journal your thoughts and stuff like that. And then when you face the bullies, it's not so hard because you've built your self-esteem. Number 8 that Admiral McRaven shared was, you have to, in the dark, you have to be your very best in your darkest moments. So also the way I interpret this is the real work is done behind closed doors. You have to be your very best in the darkest moments. And I would say right now, during this COVID pandemic, this is probably one of the darkest moments for many people. I know of some people who've taken their lives, and I know some people who died from COVID-19. And I know people who are angry. I know people who don't think that COVID-19 is a big deal. I know all kinds of people. I know people who are, pro-mask, and I know people who are anti-mask. Whatever it is that we're battling through inside, you must be your best in the darkest moments. I got 3 kids that are learning, 2 of them, 10 and 16, who are having to go to school at home. And we don't know when this is going to be done. This is a dark moment for many kids and many parents. But this is when what I shared in one of my videos for my acupuncture students in the very beginning of COVID, I said, this is when champions are born. And I still stand with that. And that's why I never closed, because who knows when I was going to open again. You make a decision, and no matter how dark that valley is, you have to reach out deep into your faith and just keep going and know your why. Why am I doing this? Why am I exercising? Because I want to lose weight. Why am I exercising? Because I want to have a strong immune system. Why am I doing acupuncture? Because I want to have a baby. Why am I doing acupuncture? Because I want to be pain-free. Why am I taking these herbs? Because I want to have a strong immune system. I want to feel calmer. I want to, be able to conceive naturally. One thing I do want to share, it's going to be my next video. My patients who are doing IVF, we are getting a lot of AA quality eggs. So I've done, I think, at least 13 fertility videos. If you notice, a lot of them are on natural fertility, and I have a really strict policy in becoming an IVF or IUI patient. The cool thing is, oh my gosh, we can see the quantifiable results, which is when patients work with me, their chances of those AA quality eggs are so much higher. And it was months and months, if not 6 months, 9 months, 12 months working with me. Because before working with me, or at the very beginning of working with me, those egg qualities were BB or lower, or not usable. And now we're seeing those AA qualities because we're making these women perfect baby palaces. Strengthening the immune system, keeping people calm, relaxing from anxiety, helping people with depression, helping reduce, help with anger management, help people feel happier, help people sleep better, help people not be addicted to drugs and alcohol. Yeah, we're dealing with some heavy stuff here, helping people live happier. And the ninth thing, one person can provide hope. The power of one person can create hope for the world. And so, and he shares, lift up the downtrodden. I would say there were people in my life, and still people in my life, who have helped me in my darkest hour. And I can honestly say that I've helped people in their darkest hour. I know, because I have the testimonials that show for it. For anxiety videos, depression, anger, people dealing with severe stress, and I'm grateful. That's why I created elementsinharmonyacupuncture.com, so people can see these are the results that we're getting. One person can create hope for the world. And when I started Chinese medicine, I did not know that I was going to be one of those people. But I had a glimpse in my heart that I might. And that's why I turned left when everyone turned right. Because I knew this was the right path for me. So I hope that also is an example for you, that whatever you think your path is, no one can know it for you. You have to know that for yourself. And so the 10th thing that Admiral McRaven shared was that don't ever quit. Never give up. Never ever give up. He really gave a tremendous keynote speech for the commencement address for the University of Texas, and I did not do him justice by sharing this. I just want to share to those of you who are watching that I was sharing my Qigong video, that maybe if you've made it this far, you took away some valuable information. If you want more information, join my Happy Club. Those of you who are my acupuncture patients, you get, when you join for $100 a month, the rates may change later, but right now it's $100 a month. You also get an acupuncture treatment with a private 10-minute consultation. The rate for Elements in Harmony members is $100 for people who want to do a private consultation for 10 minutes. So you're already getting the consultation, and so basically you pay $100 as you normally would, but you if you join the membership, if you join the Happy Club, you also get, this will be my 50-second Happy Club video, which is basically, I'll probably call this Don't Quit, or I don't know what I'm going to call it yet, but you basically get the Happy Club videos for $100, and you're already going to pay that anyway, so the videos are pretty much free. So just go to elementsinharmonyacupuncture.com, and a lot of you are doing private consultations with me anyway, so you might as well join the Happy Club and get these videos. elementsinharmonyacupuncture.com/Happy Club. If I did not make that clear, just talk with me, and I will clarify it for you. And it's straightforward. Also at elementsinharmonyacupuncture.com/Happy Club. For current patients, your monthly subscription of $100 includes a treatment with a 10-minute private consultation and free Qigong classes. I teach 1 to 2 times a month at the beach. So if you're not a Happy Club member, you pay $10. If you are an Elements in Harmony member, you pay $10 for Qigong per class. If you are not a member, it's $30. To join as a member for an annual fee is $25. So every class then for Qigong is $10. When you're an Elements in Harmony member, you get $10 off per treatment for a year. Now, if you're a member of Anne's Happy Club, you get all my videos, and you also get an acupuncture treatment with a private 10-minute consultation. It's the same price. It's $100, but you're getting all my videos for free. And some of you need these videos. Some of you need to learn. I have 51 other topics that I talked about. Patience and other things. Focusing on being happy. Happiness is a decision. Gratitude, feeling grateful, and some other things. For my business acumen students, you can read that. I won't discuss it here, but you can read it on the website. So I hope that you guys join me tomorrow. I want to thank my students who've been coming, my patients who've been coming. It's a wonderful way for us to interact, socially distance, and smile at each other, and practice Qigong, and strengthen our immune system, increase our lung capacity, and strengthen our leg, have stronger legs, and increase our insulin, reduce insulin resistance for those who have diabetes, reduce our waist circumference, and reduce BMI. And again, acupuncture has also been found in research. If you look at that other video that I did regarding acupuncture and reducing BMI and reducing waist circumference, and also that herbs have also been found to help with reducing weight. So visit my website, elementsinharmonyacupuncture.com. My office landline is 949-305-1703. If you're coming tomorrow, anytime you come, please send me a screenshot. $10 for you if you're an Elements in Harmony member, and $30 if you're not a member. My cell phone is 619-341-4341. Thanks for watching this really long video. All right, take care.